I'm here with someone who had a fantastic opening round in the DD2 class. It's Kevin Ludi. Kevin, you won the pre-final and the final in Genk. What a fabulous opening round.
Yeah, for sure. It could not be much better. We had always a good pace already in the beginning of the season when we've been driving in Valencia as the Winter Cup as well. But then we've been a bit unlucky also because of the weather condition, and it changed a lot. I had a flat punch tire then in the pre-final, so I fell back a bit. But I knew the setup we have, and also I think I worked hard during the winter, and in the end really been lucky through the weekend in Genk as well. I didn't have any technical failure or something at all, and I was just always consistent in the front, and finally it pays off and I could win both finals. Was been really important for us in the championship.
Absolutely. I mean, it was fairly unusual in the karting world that yourself and Livens managed to pull away, and it was just a fight between the two of you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we had, like I had in the pre-final, quite a hard battle with Livens there. But I knew on this track you cannot really pull away on your own. It's really difficult because there are long straights, you have always the slipstream, and it's quite difficult. So I knew I have to, if he passed me, maybe I should just behind him, waiting a bit, cool down my tires and waiting a bit. And then I saw in the end he was struggling a bit more than me. And I knew now it's my option to go, take the victory, and also to have a perfect place for the final then.
Presumably that gives you good confidence coming into round two.
For sure it helps a lot. I mean, we're coming here as a leader, for sure it helps. I mean, we are a bit confident. I also won now the BNL in last weekend in Belgium. I won the kickoff as well, so I have now 3 consecutive victories. So I mean, I'm in a good shape, and for definitely it helps also when sometime maybe it's a bit tougher. You know, you have everything, and when everything works perfect, you can be the man to beat maybe.
But how will this circuit suit you and your kart?
I know this track quite well because from Switzerland it's not that far actually.
Yeah.
To come here it's like 3.5 hours, and we also had some national rounds on this track actually. So I really love the track, but what is the problem on this track is also it changed a lot. I mean, you saw it yesterday when we have rain or when we have no grip track or also have a lot of grip, it changes quite much, and it's always difficult, but if you have to adapt you and to the card, for sure it goes well as well.
And I think we are going to get very changeable this weekend by the looks of the weather forecast.
Yeah, it looks a bit. I mean, I checked the weather forecast in the beginning of the week. I was saying, oh, rain and dry and rain. So I think the key is just not look at the forecast and just drive and just do the best. And you need to be ready in each condition this weekend, for sure.
Absolutely. That was the thing I was thinking. This testing, I mean, yesterday you had a lot of rain, but a lot of people were still out there. Today we've got it dry for now, at least. Yeah. But you kind of need to test in both of those because it's looking like Saturday's going to be wet and Sunday's going to be good.
Exactly. I think it will be really a mix of both. So you need to have a confident setup and you need to be quick in the rain, but for sure also in the dry condition, because I think Sunday when the points getting counted, so should be dry at least now. So I think that's the main key to be ready in both conditions. Yeah. Definitely.
Are you able to basically dial in and go, right, that's a good setting for the dry, that's a good setting for the wet, and then literally just change between the two?
We have some basic setup you got. I mean, you know on which setup you can use, or you're not far away maybe from the package, or you are confident, but then always you need to adapt because it depends on the weather condition, the temperature, the grip on the track and everything, and then you need to adapt on your chassis. In the dry condition, is it more close everything because there are not that much gap also to the other drivers and everything, it's more close. But on the wet, if you have really confident and you feel good, you can really make a big difference there.
Absolutely. I mean, the interesting thing here is that this is known as a good grip circuit.
Yeah.
But of course the rain then washes that all away. But speaking to one of the other drivers earlier, it rubbers in very quickly again.
The problem is they drive now about 3 or 4 weeks. They're just everybody's driving. Each day they're driving a lot also on hobby drivers, and it means even when it's raining, because the track is really warm, if the water is going off, the track will be really grippy quick again, because they're always driving and the track gets really warm quick. And okay. So that's really also interesting. I mean, on other tracks you would drive after the wet and you would have no grip at all. It will be sliding everywhere. But here is a really big difference. Here, if the water goes off, it pulls away. You can already drive quite quick, and after 1 or 2 sessions, there is a lot rubber again.
That's going to make it really challenging if we have wet, dry races,
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Both conditions in both races.
Exactly. I mean, there you really need to be ready and not be in a hurry. Just put your setup on and just drive smart, I think, in this condition. But that's what the championship is on in the end.
That really sounds to me that there's a lot about setting up the driver.
Yeah.
as much as it is the kart then.
Exactly. I mean, I think that will be the key this weekend to be main focus on your both condition and not just looking and thinking, yeah, it will be wet or dry the whole weekend, because it will be maybe changing, and then you should be afraid to drive on one of these conditions. Just be ready for it and know that you can do it on both conditions. And for sure it will be a tough race, like it was in Genk, like it will be in the next few races. There are already hard competition. We have many good drivers here, so I think it will be really interesting to watch the race.
I look forward to it. Best of luck, and hopefully we'll get to speak to you later in the weekend.
I hope so. It will be the main goal. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
So there we go. Kevin Ludi from the DD2 class. Let's see how he gets on this weekend.